Some voices leave echoes that never fade, even when their time with us is cut short by unforeseen circumstances. R&B music has always carried the weight of our joy, our pain, and our stories. But behind the voices that move the world are lives that ended far too soon, and in ways no one expected. This is a tribute to R&B legends whose final chapter shocked the world. Let's begin with one that caused mourning nationwide: Donny Hathaway. A brilliant composer, arranger, and vocalist, Donny Hathaway brought deep emotion to every performance. In 1979, he was found dead after falling from the 15th floor of a New York hotel. Though officially ruled a suicide, many close to him still question the details surrounding his death. Next, a shocking and tragic loss was Otis Redding and the Bar-Kays. Otis was a soul powerhouse. His raspy, heartfelt vocals captivated millions. In early December of 1967, just days before his next scheduled performance, Otis entered the studio and recorded sitting on the dock of the bay. It would be his final recording. On December 10, 1967, Otis boarded a plane with his band, the Bar-Kays, en route to a show in Madison, Wisconsin. The aircraft, a Beechcraft, crashed into the icy waters of Lake Monona. Otis was just 26 years old. 4 members of the Bar-Kays, Jimmy King, Ronnie Caldwell, Fallon Jones, and Carl Cunningham, also perished in the crash. Only 2 band members survived: Ben Cauley, who was rescued from the wreckage, and James Alexander, who had taken a different flight. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay was released after Otis's death and became the first posthumous #1 hit in Billboard history. Next, Mr. Sam Cooke, smooth, commanding, and a pioneer in blending pop and R&B, Sam Cooke's music broke barriers. On December 11, 1964, he was shot 3 times in the chest and killed by motel manager Bertha Franklin of the Hacienda Motel in Los Angeles. The official report claimed he had been acting erratically and that the shooting was in self-defense. Though ruled a justifiable homicide, the details remain controversial and widely debated by family, friends, and others to this day. Before we proceed, I'd like to remind you to please support our channel by hitting that like and subscribe button below. You'll be glad you did. This next tragedy was truly unbelievable and heartbreaking. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye gave voice to love, loss, and social unrest. His life came to a tragic end in 1984 when he was shot and killed by his own father during an argument at home. It happened just 1 day before his 45th birthday. Next, the young and talented Aaliyah. Stylish, graceful, and ahead of her time, Aaliyah helped redefine R&B in the late 90s. In 2001, after filming the video for Rock the Boat in the Bahamas, she died in a plane crash shortly after takeoff. The aircraft was overloaded, and the pilot was unlicensed. The completed Rock the Boat video was released posthumously and became a lasting tribute to her talent. Next is Phyllis Hyman. With a commanding presence and a voice full of depth, Phyllis Hyman made every ballad unforgettable. However, behind her success was a lifelong struggle with depression and bipolar disorder. She also battled alcohol dependency. And though she was stunningly beautiful, her depression was increased as she suffered with self-doubt about her weight and appearance. On June 30th, 1995, she died by suicide after ingesting a lethal mix of barbiturates and sleeping pills. She was found just hours before she was scheduled to perform at the Apollo Theater in New York. It was just a week before she would have turned 46. A suicide note was left at her apartment which read, "I'm tired. I'm tired. Those of you that I love know who you are. May God bless you." Following her death, there was a posthumous release of her album, I Refuse to Be Lonely. Next is the beautiful and talented Tommy Terrell. Known for her radiant smile and unforgettable duets with Marvin Gaye, Tommy Terrell was a rising star. But behind the scenes, she had been diagnosed with a brain tumor. Though diagnosed with the tumor, she continued to perform as long as she could. In 1967, during a concert in Virginia, she suddenly collapsed into Marvin Gaye's arms on stage. Despite multiple surgeries, Tommy passed away in 1970 at just 24 years old. A precious life was lost before having a chance to truly begin. Next, we discuss the talented Lisa Left Eye Lopes. Creative, outspoken, and full of energy, Left Eye was a standout member of the group TLC. In 2002, while on a retreat in Honduras, she was documenting her journey with a handheld camera. That trip ended in tragedy when she lost control of her SUV and was killed in the crash. She was only 30. Using the footage from her camera, her final days were later compiled into the documentary called The Last Days of Left Eye, which gave fans a raw and emotional look into her final moments. Next is the beautiful and amazing Florence Ballard. Florence Ballard wasn't just a founding member of the Supremes. She was the actual creator that originally came up with the idea for the group. Her vision was to have a group of young ladies that all share the singing, with no one person being the lead. She brought together friends from her Detroit neighborhood and helped create what would become one of Motown's most successful acts. Though she originally rejected the idea, Diana Ross was brought in at the request of Mary Wilson. After signing a contract and recording their first songs, Berry Gordy made the decision to make Diana Ross the lead and changed the name of the group from the Supremes to Diana Ross and the Supremes. This caused much internal conflict in the group as the dynamics drastically shifted. After a concert in Las Vegas, Florence was put out of the group by Berry Gordy and immediately replaced. After years of struggling to support her 3 children, in 1976, Florence died of a heart attack at the age of 32. Next is David Ruffin. With his powerful raspy voice, David Ruffin helped define the classic sound of the Temptations. But behind the spotlight was a man battling addiction and anger. In 1991, he died from a cocaine overdose. His body was dropped off anonymously at a Philadelphia hospital, and no one initially claimed responsibility. Minnie Riperton had a voice like no other. Best known for her soaring 5-octave range and the hit Lovin' You, Minnie Riperton brought grace and soul to every note. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in her late 20s and became one of the first celebrities to speak publicly about the illness. She died in 1979 at the age of 31. Next is the talented Curtis Mayfield, a master songwriter and producer. Curtis Mayfield used music to reflect the times. In 1990, during a concert in Wingate Field in Brooklyn, a lighting rig fell and struck him, leaving him paralyzed from the neck down. Though paralyzed, he continued recording music while lying flat on his back. The music world lost him in 1999 when he died from diabetes-related complications. The beautiful and talented Whitney Houston was a world treasure. She had one of the most iconic voices in music history. Whitney Houston soared to global fame, but her career was marked by personal struggles. In 2012, she was found unresponsive in a bathtub of the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills. Her death was ruled an accidental drowning, with heart disease and drug use as contributing factors. She was 48 years of age. Next, the superstar Michael Jackson. From child prodigy to global icon, Michael Jackson changed the landscape of music forever. In 2009, he died of cardiac arrest after being administered the powerful anesthetic propofol at home by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. Dr. Murray was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter in Michael's death. We all remember Bernard Wright, who held a wealth of talent. A jazz-funk prodigy turned R&B hitmaker, Bernard Wright rose to fame in the 1980s with his smooth hit Who Do You Love? Known for his keyboard work and laid-back groove, he influenced artists across genres. In 2022, he was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver while crossing the street in Dallas, Texas. He was 58. Of course, this list is not exhaustive. Many other gifted artists have left us far too soon, each with their own powerful story to be told. Many have biopics depicting their lives, while we continue to await the story of others. These artists gave us more than music. They gave us soundtracks to our lives, memories of yesterday. Though their journeys ended suddenly or tragically, their voices continue to echo through every note, every lyric, every memory. They left too soon, but their sound remains with us. Are you still playing music by some of these mentioned artists? What are your favorite songs? Share with us in the comment section, and be sure to share this video with another R&B lover. If you want more soul music and timeless moments, head over to our old school music and TV shows playlist. Save this playlist and hit the play button. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe.